So today I want to talk about what to do during difficult times. Often when we're faced with difficult times, we start assuming the worst. We start assuming the worst in other people, we start assuming the worst in ourselves, and we start assuming the worst about how things are actually going to turn out. Don't be so quick to assume the worst and assume bad things about the current situations that you're in. Just find the good in people, find the positives in the situation, and find some solutions that might work out, or find ways to get yourself closer to the solutions rather than continuing to tell yourself that everything is horrible and it's a worse situation and your outcome is going to be much worse than it might actually be. So don't assume the worst about those situations. Challenge the words that you use when you talk about situations. If you're telling yourself something is difficult, maybe you don't want to tell yourself that it's difficult. Maybe you want to tell yourself that it's easy or it's resolvable or things will get better. Tell yourself that it's better than it could be. Tell yourself that it's just a little complicated or you're just in a little rut right now or you don't have the solutions right now, but you'll have them in the future, and things of that nature. If you use some positive terminology and use some lighter words, easier words, instead of telling yourself that it's difficult, it's hard, it's horrible, it's terrible, it's never going to get better, change that. Change that approach. And if you catch yourself doing that, change your approach immediately and tell yourself, well, I can find the solutions. It might not be here right now. I'm going to look for them. I'm going to try to figure the situation out. I've been in situations as bad as this before. I can resolve this. I've been in worse situations, and this one is better than that. And everything will be better in the future. So don't use those hard words on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others when you use words. Then recognize the way that you feel. Pay attention to your emotions. Pay attention to what you're telling yourself. Pay attention to how you're talking to yourself internally, your thoughts, and write down what you feel and what is going on with the current situation. And if you write that down, you might realize that you find solutions, or some of the problems that you write down, they might seem a little sillier when you put them into words on paper. When you actually spend time thinking about it, you can reread it to yourself. When you reread the words to yourself, you might realize that this entire situation is not as bad as you've made it out to be in your head. So think about doing that and then stop pushing. Stop pushing to make things right now. Stop pushing to make things better right away. Stop pushing to solve yours and everybody else's problems. Stop pushing to to challenge everything that that's going on, because you're not going to be able to resolve everybody's problems, and you're also not going to be able to fix everything. Some things you might be able to fix, but just not right now. And then other things you might not be able to fix at all, because that might be somebody else's job to fix. You're not in control of everything. So you have to let go of the control when things are out of your control and realize the things that are in your control and focus on the things that are in your control and the things that you can come up with solutions for and resolve. Practice saying yes to positive things in the process, because just because you're going through a difficult time doesn't mean that you can't enjoy yourself, take a moment and a break from your problems and enjoy conversations with people, enjoy going out places, enjoy life in general, enjoy something as simple as relaxing or a good book or a good TV show, a comedy that you like. Take time to enjoy yourself. Be good to yourself. Don't just think that you have to solve this problem right now and you can't be happy until this problem is resolved, because that's not true, and it's not going to make anything better about the situation, because some things to resolve are going to take time. So stop feeling guilty about these things. Stop feeling guilty um, that mistakes were made, or stop feeling guilty that you have these problems. Stop feeling guilty that your life isn't perfect, and stop feeling guilty that you're not able to control and fix everything in the world. Don't feel guilty about it. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has these problems. Everybody goes through hard times. Everybody goes through situations. And you're going to come up on top if you just continue to work at it and stay positive and not give up. That's what you need to remember to do. And you remember to do that every single day. But again, don't forget to enjoy yourself and enjoy your moments and enjoy the good times. Don't go out with your family and take it out on your family when you could be having a pleasant time with them. You could be kind to other people and be kind to your family at the same time. They'll be kind back to you, and then it'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel more relaxed, more at ease, and bring some confidence into your life. Then, because you have the time to feel good, and when you feel good, you're not stuck in negative thoughts, and you realize that this time in your life is not as bad as it could be, or it's not as bad as some of your negative thoughts want you to believe that it is. So stay positive and stay solution oriented. Stay ready to look for solutions and stay creative in coming up with ways that you can resolve your problems. Um, don't be afraid to try new things. And don't be afraid when things don't work out right away or you don't come up with the solutions right away. Just stay focused on coming up with a solution. If you stay focused on coming up on a solution and you continue to make efforts to it, you will find a solution to that problem. You will take care of that problem. You will feel much better about your problems. Problems and hard times are not permanent, so you're going to get over them. If you're still not finding solutions, of course, feel free to turn to others for help. I'm sure there's people that will help you, your friends and family. You can talk to them. You can talk to them about your problems. Even if you're not asking them for solutions, maybe you could tell them about it, and they will say, "Oh, I was in a similar situation like that, and the solution that I came up with was this or that," and maybe that would help. Or maybe they would tell you, "This is what I did in that situation." So don't be afraid to turn to others for help and tell them what you're going through, and it'll make you feel better in general just letting other people know. None of your friends or your family think that you're perfect anyway, and that's okay. So don't try to be perfect.